Yeah, I think
Insyaallah
it is clear, yeah. Yeah. We move to second questions from um, Malikah El Hakim. She is from UNS Universitas Negeri Solo. Pertanyaan ini untuk Dr. Fatma, apakah dalam orientasi dakwah masjid ini juga akan menggunakan elektronik seperti radio atau memproduksi konten melalui podcast? Silahkan Bu Fatma.
Okay.
Jawab.
Thank you for the question. So for the Masjid Jogokarian, the way to spread the da'wah by podcast or radio or broadcasting, it's possible. It's a way possible, but you know, the problem is in human SDM ya, so sumber daya manusianya masih kurang gitu. Jadi there are few people who around the media team in Jogokarian, so maybe that broadcasting way with podcast or radio, they have discussed that, but they still have no person to operate, to have the responsibility to help the broadcasting and the podcast. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fatma. And we move to the last question from Renaldi Fadliansa. This question for Dr. Samsul Arifin and Samsul Bahri. How to develop creative cities like digital campaigns or others to improve the effectivities of creative cities, especially for young people. How to improve creative cities, especially for young students.
Generation.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try to answer this question. One of the process that we can adapt and adopt is the design thinking that mentioned earlier in this title, which is actually we need to engage the students, for the young people, maybe in a community center. For example, my experience here in Indonesia, I've been to Bandung. Bandung, we have this design thinking workshop with the community. So we go to this Dompet Dua Alpha community in the mosque. Yeah? At the mosque, they have the place where we sit on the floor, and then we bring white papers, we bring the artifacts, then we discuss the idea, because the design thinking actually, we at the end we need to design and come up with a simple prototype, which doesn't necessarily to become functionable, but actually can be tested. I mean, can be, we know what's the outcome. So basically, we need to discuss within the community and must have one facilitator. And it has been done before. I think in Indonesia you have this UX community, user experience, and I think comes to know the user experience people, and we go there actually to the community and try to design something with these youngsters and ibu-ibu, and also bapa-bapa yang mereka berminat ya untuk membangunkan techno entrepreneurships untuk bisnes mereka. Jadi kami telah buat itu beberapa tahun sudah sebelum pandemik. Jadi kita gunakan konsep design thinking dan perlu engage user experience dan design idea untuk membangunkan sesuatu prototype dan perlu diuji. Okay. Dan ia bukan terhenti situ saja, boleh dibuat beberapa kali sehingga bagus. Okay, terima kasih.
Okay, Dr. Samsul Arifin, do you want to? Oh, Sam. Oh, Samsul Bahri. Sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay, just to add something that being addressed in Malaysia. So we have the 6 key sectors related to cultural and creative economy. When we talk about creative idea, creative cities, actually we are moving to the what we call as a creative economy, which means that we generate monies from our creative idea, our creative service, our creative products. Okay, so for example here, we need to inspire audience and generate content for the creative industry. For example, for music, for film, for multimedia, for animation. So we need to instill the cultural values as mentioned and presented by Dr. Sam, Dr. Shamsul Arya. And then another thing is so we need to have a good access to the high quality education, creative education. So that's why I think in Indonesia also the same. We have different type of programs, different type of subjects related to creative. For example, creative multimedia, creative humanities, digital animation, advertising, design, and etc. So that's in the education perspective. And then it should have also the incubation concept, incubation concept, especially for the young children, for the youngsters. So the incubator concept must have a mentor. So the mentor will guide them in incubation. Not necessarily it's a very good facility. Actually, it's just a mentorship system, so that they can have the idea and then try to have a prototype and to realize the idea. So that's an example of the initiative that we in Malaysia try to have a kind of cultural and creative cities.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you very much for Dr. Samsul Arifin and Samsul Bahri, and also for Dr. Fatma. We still have enormous questions or topic to be discussed. However, due to the limited time, we need to end our discussion session. Yeah. So we have finally come to the end part of the first session in seminar series Center for Study Creative Digital Movement. Before I close this session, to our three speakers, any final thoughts or closing remarks before the end of the session?
I would like to say thank you to what is it? You in Suka. Yeah, I like the term you in Suka. Thank you for having us. Thank you to audience, lecturers, students here. We hope that we have more events, more activities after this. And on behalf of Malaysian delegation, so we would like to invite all of you, come to us, come to Malaysia and visit us. And we have kind of activities, not only for academic purpose, for maybe for the students development and etc. So I think that's for my talk. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for our three speakers. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, I also would like to thank our three speakers for their insightful and fruitful presentation, and also to all participants for your active participation. Please give applause for the three speakers today and for all you, the participants. I should also remind everyone that we will be seeing you again on the second session after the break. Yeah, the second session will begin at jam 13 ya, 1:30 p.m. Hopefully, this session will be beneficial and fruitful for all all of us. And finally, from my deepest heart, I do apologize for my mistake that I made during this session. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you. And we go to lunch ya. Ya, Bu. Ya, benar. Oke.